Fashion Week, I mean, here next week. I mean, I think there's a hint that sort of Alexa Chung might be here, Helena Christensen might. But I mean, the big story of the week is the bloggers. I mean, 5 years ago, bloggers were not the story of Fashion Weeks, and this is the case in Fashion Weeks all over the world. I mean, why do you think that is?
I think for fashion, that what is great with bloggers is that they show this genuine love of fashion, and again, there is no filter, you know, it's pure love. Sometimes it's crazy, you know, it's really like they know everything, and I think people like to feel that excitation, and it was a little bit, I mean, I love fashion magazines and I read them all the time and everything, but it's just a different kind, you know, it's more there is more reflection, you have more time to think about what you're saying, it's more professional. And with blogs, you know, it's just so simply like, sometimes it can get boring, like, oh, I love that, oh, look at those shoes, oh. But we like to feel that excitation about fashion. I think it brought back this naivety, this innocence too, and I really like that. I think it's, fashion needs that, you know, like lovers of fashion. And we, actually, you used to see them in magazines and everything, but it was not as crazy. Like, and with the blogs, it's just, so many people, there is the blogs, but fashion, do you know the Fashion Spot? It's a fashion forum. I mean, it's amazing.
I mean, the Fashion Spot really is incredible.
It's incredible, and it's a Bible. I mean, I was talking with Emmanuelle Alt, which is a fashion editor of Paris Vogue, and she was like, yeah, when I want to see an old editorial I've done, I go to the Fashion Spot because they have more thing about my work than me.
Yeah, so, for anyone who's not familiar with the Fashion Spot, just go to thefashionspot.com. It's a user-generated content. It's a big message board, web forum, and basically anything that moves in fashion, someone has scanned the images, a magazine comes out. It really is quite extraordinary. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But so with that profile, obviously, that bloggers have had, has come a little angst. You know, the blogger versus journalist debate. I'm sort of interested in your position on that, because, I mean, basically you've got people who've spent decades working their way, for example, to the front row. I mean, they've spent decades working their way. And I've heard publicists having to tell senior writers, for example, on the New York Times, why they can't have a front row seat. Not because of the bloggers, it's because there's no room. And all of a sudden there's these people who've been in the media business for some of them for less than 5 years. I mean, Tavi in America, the sort of young, you know, teenage girl kind of, I think, really crystallised it because he had this kid at school sitting in the front row, obscuring, you know, the second row's vision, you know, because of her bloody hat. Do you feel that, and in the video you did of the compile of the 4 weeks, the last collections, there was that great shot that your assistant, who is here filming now, took of you and Scott in the back of the car, and you open up your invitation. I think it's Celine, and it's both next to each other. Do you feel a little angst? Do you feel like you're kind of interlocked?
Yeah, sometimes I feel a little strange when I sitting next to Karen Westfield. I think it's crazy. I think there we have to make a differentiation between. I think the thing is with bloggers is that they're not journalists, but some become celebrities, and I think they're on the front row not because of their. Not so much about their fashion point of view, but more because they are celebrities that you want to see, you know, to create content, and people talk, you know, about your show and everything. You know, Dolce & Gabbana were the first to do that, and they had so much press coverage, you know. And then there is this side. I think there is now, and sometimes I understand that I mean, I'm normal, but sometimes I'm just like, wow, I'm a little bit of a celebrity, you know. And there is also the thing that blogs have so many readers, you know, and so many international readers that when we talk about something, I mean, I've realized, and to me this is crazy because I'm really, and I'm, you know, old school. I used to read so much magazines, and I still do, and I collect them and everything. But I realized that when I talk about something on my blog, people respond more to anything, like when I do a fashion shot, when I have something in a magazine, like even in very big magazines. But if I don't put it on my blog, not so many people talk about it. If I put it on my blog, it's everywhere. So because I know that I have so many readers, I mean, it's so easy to go on the blog. You don't pay, you just click, you know, see what's going on today. There is no, it's very, so I think this makes it like huge readership. I think, you know, like Scott has so many readers. I have and we are very surprised. You know, you're like, when is it going to stop?
Well, I mean, if you've got a point of difference, I mean, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very true of blogging, isn't it?
Yeah.
Interesting. So, you've started to do more and more video, and you've talked about your interest in film. How will that kind of evolve?
I want to do more video on the blog because I think it's the ultimate way to have people involved in what I do. And as I told you, I think I live a dream, and I want to share it. One thing that is very important about my blog, and I think blogs in general, is the comments. I don't look at my statistics. I look at my comments. I look at how people react, and I think that the people who build the blog are the people who come to see it and who comment and who, encourage me. It's very important for an artist and for someone who shares. And so each time I live something, I'm just like, oh, I want to share that too. I don't want to be, because it's a story we all live together. It's not just my story. It's the story of all these people that trust me, that like me, that support me. So I think video is great because, you can really be in the life, like follow me and do what I do and see what I see. And so to me it's like the ultimate way to...
You don't have any, there's no haters?
I'm okay with that. I don't have so many haters.
You're lucky.
Yeah, I've been lucky, yeah.
Before it kind of took off and before it became this roller coaster, because blogging, for anyone who doesn't blog, it can suck the living daylight out of you. You are living, breathing. It's very true. Was there a time that you kind of thought you couldn't continue to do it and you wanted to give it up?
Yeah, of course, sometimes. I get drunk. And it's okay.
Because once you start, you can't stop, can you?
It's very, very addictive. It's very addictive. Even sometimes I tell myself, you don't have to post every day. And then I'm like, find myself at noon, midnight, doing a post. Because it's like... And it's an addiction to those comments, those people who, there is something like it's crazy.
It's like, an actor with an audience. It's basically you engaging with your audience, so you're a performer.
Yes. And I think it's like all you get used to being seen. It's crazy because I was not like that before, but it's really intoxicating.
So what do you think the future of blogging? For you personally, it's obviously going to be more video and film, but where do you see blogging? It wasn't really around, certainly not Fashion Weeks 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Where do you think it's going to be in 5 years' time?
Well, I always ask myself a question, and I don't know, because it's evolving so much. It used to be like really diaries, and now people really know that they can make something with a blog, so now it's getting more professional. Where is it going to go? I don't really know. I just think there is going to be more individualities coming out. I think then it's going to be difficult. You're going to have a real unique point of view to be able for people to see you, because there's going to be like big blogs like Scott's or mine that are going to, how do you say, hide, when it's so...
Upstage, kind of upstage.
Yes, exactly. And so this is going to be more difficult, but I think, like Tavi, her blog is not so... It's not so old, and I think she had something very special. I like the way she writes and everything.
And it was taken off the air, wasn't it, yesterday? Because she posted an image of a naked girl, and it was restricted.
Oh, funny! I didn't know. Yeah. So I just think it's going to evolve like that. But we're going to have more and more professional blogs, and it's going to blur a little bit away. We won't know, exactly where. What I think is that I built, and that's very important, is the trust of people, because now, of course, we are contacted by brands to advertise on the blog and to put like clothes in the shots. We're going to a system where it's going to be like magazines, and the thing that made us like not trust the magazine so much and everything. So it's going to blur a little bit thing. You're going to look at the blog and think. So I don't know exactly. I think some people will keep on building the trust, and for the rest, it's going to be for the readers to make their way.
So just one last question. With all of these sort of commercial sort of gigs and stuff, and of course, you have to make a living, because otherwise, you have to go and flip burgers in the daytime and or do what I'm doing. Day to night. How does that affect your independence? You obviously do. How do you kind of keep the separation of church and state?
With my agent, we have a very clear line in the contracts that says that I can work. I'm a freelancer. I'm a photographer. I don't have to talk about a job I do. My blog is totally free. It's my choice. If I want to talk about Westfield, I talk about it, but I don't have to on the blog. Then with with the brands that want to make presents to me and everything, I just say, you know, I don't always say no. Sometimes if they want to make a present, it's nice. I just don't have to do, you know, some brands, last year I did videos of the fashion shows. But I do videos, but I film every show and I put on my blog only the shows I like. And the brands, they don't like that. They want me.
No, that's
yes,
right.
they call me and they want me. Why isn't there a video of my show? You were invited. Why? And I'm like, well, it didn't work. I don't know. I filmed it back, but just because, you know, I don't.